What's up, y'all? Happy, what is it? Thursday night. What's going on, man? Thought we would do a fun little watch along tonight. It is now April. WrestleMania is just a couple of weeks away, and I wanted to do some fun stuff on the channel throughout WrestleMania month. And we're not going to be here this Sunday for a watch along because it's Easter and I am busy all day. I won't be home. So I kind of wanted to do a makeup watch along for you guys, maybe something fun, something different. And I had two ideas in mind, and this is the one I wound up going with, and I chose tonight because I happen to be off tonight. The problem is there's a lot of wrestling going on. We just had Collision that just ended, and we are currently in, correct me if I'm wrong, on the second hour of TNA Impact right now as well. So TNA and AEW overlapped each other by an hour, and we're going to be overlapping TNA by an hour as well. So if you are watching TNA on AMC right now, and you'd rather watch that than this, no hard feelings. Just maybe you can join us on demand later on. But I wanted to come up and do a WrestleMania-related watch-along for tonight, or, you know, come up with some ideas for watch-alongs to do for WrestleMania season that aren't actual WrestleMania pay-per-views. And the two ideas I had were doing two Saturday night's main events right before WrestleManias, or on WWE's Vault channel, they currently have two March to WrestleMania events up there as well for WrestleMania 9 and WrestleMania 10. Now, when I looked at those shows and looked at the cards, they were not very good. I thought these would be more fun. This is going to be basically the go-home Saturday night's main event shows for WrestleMania 4 and WrestleMania 5. These are available on Peacock. That's where we're going to be watching. So if you want to watch this, I think you got to be on Peacock in order to access this. They still have all of the Saturday night's main events up there. So that's what we're going to be watching tonight, is over on Peacock. We used to do all of our watch-alongs over on Peacock, but then the WWE library left. Maybe some of you have canceled your subscriptions since then. I don't know. So if not everyone can participate tonight, what I'm going to do as an alternative is tomorrow over on the Patreon page, which is currently free for everyone. All you have to do is subscribe, and you can access all my content over there. I'm going to post this reaction in its entirety with the footage, with the show, over on Patreon tomorrow. So tonight, we're basically going to record this now. Then tonight, I'll throw it together, I'll edit it, and I'll put it up on Patreon, and it should be there by tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon if you cannot access Peacock to follow along with us tonight. So check out Patreon. I'll post a link all over social media tomorrow once I get that uploaded, but that is going to be the plan. So what we're going to do is watch two episodes of Saturday night's main event. We're going to watch episode from March 12th, 1988, and we're going to watch the episode from March 11th, 1989. So these both came about a month before WrestleMania 4 and WrestleMania 5, respectively. The one we're about to watch right now is just about a month after the big main event Hogan and Andre match, where Andre won the title, leading the title to be forfeited, and they held a tournament at WrestleMania 4 to crown the new champion, which, of course, would be Macho Man. 1 year later, WrestleMania 5, the Mega Powers explode. So we're going to watch these two episodes back-to-back. They're only an hour long each, so it's just going to be 2 hours long here. And we're going to watch how WWE was booking things as we headed into WrestleMania 4 and 5 and some of the big matches there. And I owe you guys some Saturday night's main event watch-alongs anyway, as we're trying to knock out all of them here, and we've probably only done about 10 to 15 of them so far. So we're going to knock out two more tonight. These should be fun, and like I said, they are over on Peacock. Now, if you are a subscriber to Peacock or you live in the U.S. and you can access this with no problem, you want to go to Peacock and you want to find, for the first episode, Saturday night's main event, Season 3, Episode 5, March 12th, 1988. The date is right there. I'll switch the date when we watch the next show. And this is 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 52 seconds long. So we're going to watch this one. Then we will switch over to Season 4 the following year and watch the March 1989 episode of SNME. One thing I did notice when I downloaded these so I could upload them later, I thought I had an issue with my download. The next episode, the one that we're going to watch next, for 1989, there's a little bit of an audio issue. I thought it was on my end, but when I pulled it up on Peacock a minute ago to check it, there's just a little bit of feedback. The audio is not great. So I'm curious if you guys are following along on your Peacock. Let me know. I'm pretty sure we're all going to experience the same problem, but it sounds like the audio is just a little bit off on the episode we're going to watch after this one. So that's how it's going to go tonight. Let me do some quick hellos real quick, and then we will get going. I am not expecting a big audience tonight because it is a Thursday night, and it's late. If you are on the East Coast, it's 10 o'clock. So I didn't want to come up any later than that, so I'm not keeping you guys up too far past midnight if you live on the East Coast. If you live on the West Coast, you're fine. It's only 7 o'clock at night. The fucking sun is still out. But if you are on the East Coast, you could be staying up late, so I don't want to keep you all night. So let's get going on things here. Once I just say hello to some friends, Melissa, Zane, Garrett, David Osborne, Juliet's in the house. We Are Pro Wrestling is here. Thanks, Juliet, for the April Fool's video. I will give you some thoughts on Jericho's return. Garrett, Mike, anybody else hanging out tonight, thanks for being here. This is basically going to be just a recording. You guys are going to watch me record a reaction so I can put it up on Patreon for tomorrow. So this, I think, will be a fun little WrestleMania watch-along for the season. 2 weeks from today will be April 16th. We're going to be doing a doubleheader. In the afternoon, we're going to be here for WrestleMania 42 predictions. And then later on, about the same time we're going live now, maybe just an hour earlier, we're going to watch WrestleMania 1 in 2 weeks. WrestleMania 1. So mark that on your calendars. As a matter of fact, the link to both of those videos are already up on the main channel on the latest content playlist. So anyway, let's get going. Hopefully you guys have pulled up these episodes on your Peacock. Like I said, the first one is Season 3, Episode 5, March 12th, 1988. Runtime, 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 52 seconds. We're going to all hit play together in just a second here. Once we do that, the timer over there, where is it? Over there. That's going to begin to run, so just sync up your Peacock to the timer, and that's how we're going to do it. We're not going to do the reverse timer like we do on Netflix. This is actually a normal timestamp here. So we're just going to hit play together and watch it. What do you guys say? Here we go on Saturday night's main event, March 12th, 1988. Let me get my fingers ready and we will get going here. Okay, I am pretty much queued up. You guys know the drill, how we do it here. We go 3, 2, 1, play. That's how we do it, all right? All right, hopefully you guys are queued up, and let's do it on SNME, March 12th, 1988. 3, 2, 1, play. All right, I think I nailed it. All right, I got no volume up here as Macho Man's talking. I love these old intros, man. I watched this episode that night.
Macho Man has taken one too many guitars to the head. $1 million man is what class. Fiscal responsibility to the world.
There was nothing better than watching this on Saturday nights. I just can't put it into words. Those of you who are old enough, sound off in the chat there. Do you have memories like I? Like there's DiBiase right there saying, I've got something that's worth his weight in gold, and we know what it is. I love these green screen promos. I love how you got the green outline on them. It's so old school. I even think if I used a green screen, it would look better than that. If I just chroma keyed that, I think it would be better quality than what they're doing. This is a big match here. Hulk Hogan versus Harley Race. Harley Race, this is the end. This is the end of King Harley Race, by the way. He gets hurt here in this match, and he would not be the king ever again. Here's our image right here. Crap. Shah. I love when Hogan does that. I'm also pretty sure this is the first Saturday night's main event that's using this theme song, because they were doing the Animotion theme all the way up until the Hogan and Andre match, and that's when they created the in-house main event theme that they would then use for Saturday night's main event going forward. But I believe this is not only the last show of Harley Race, it's also the first show with this theme and the first Saturday night's main event ever where Hulk Hogan has not been the WWE champion. So it's a lot going on here in this episode. And this was just 1 month prior when Hogan dropped the belt to Andre, and then Andre gave it to DiBiase, and now we're heading into WrestleMania 4, and we got the tournament. Wild times. I'm assuming it's Jesse and Vince. Usually is for the Saturday night's main event. Yeah, that's national. I recognize that building, the brown trim on it. I've always recognized that. This is another one of those weird 90s buildings that I always recognize. WWE ran it a lot. Yeah, you're from the South, all right, Vince. Yup. Red. I remember that. Vince is a redneck from North Carolina, just like me. Except I'm not from North Carolina anymore. Yes, this is the go-home Saturday night's main event, not the go-home TV. That would be like Superstars or Challenge or whatever, but this is the final SNME before WrestleMania 4. The next one's going to be the one before WrestleMania 5. Thank you for that update, Julia. Moxley and Ospreay will be for the Continental title. That kind of sucks. Look at this footage. Check it out. More doctored footage. They were always doctoring footage. Look, this is AI right here. Doctored footage. I feel like it'd be hard to doctor footage in 1988. Jesse is literally trying to claim that this is AI. Fucking Earl. Look at this one. Even before 2, he kicked out at 1. I thought fans hated kickouts at 1. Plastic surgery, I love it.
But there's your problem. That's why you had an incompetent referee, because Hogan knew he was going to lose and he needed to cause this controversy. Hogan would never stoop to those depths. I'm sure Hulkamaniacs all over the world would totally disagree with that. So what's the point, McMahon? The point is that that issue indeed must be resolved, Jesse. And it will be resolved at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Now let's get on with the business at hand tonight, McMahon. All right, let's go to it. Yeah, let's go to it, and I know you love this, McMahon. It's got something to do with haircuts. As a matter of fact, I think you need a little bit off the side.
Oh, yeah, what's the first match here?
Now, to Mean Gene and Greg Valentine.
Oh, yeah, it's Beefer and Valentine. So Greg the Hammer Valentine and Brutus Beefcake's going to be our first match here on this episode, and the Dream Team broke up a year earlier, and Beefcake is about to get an IC title shot against Honky at WrestleMania. So now he's facing Valentine here. A rump roast.
I'm going to tenderize that meathead with the hammer. So there is not any truth to the
I remember a lot of this. This is crazy. I remember Valentine going, "I'm going to tenderize that meathead with the hammer."
What do you know about wrestling? Nothing. Come on, Hammer. We got work to do, baby. The one thing I will say, Vince, is Jimmy Hart has certainly...
Luscious Johnny is gone now. Now Jimmy Hart is back with Valentine.
Pardon the fun for him tonight. Let's go back to you.
Valentine with no music. And that was 2 years earlier. The Valentine and Beefcake dropped the tags to Bulldogs at WrestleMania with Ozzy at ringside and stuff. Former Dream Team tag team partners. I grew up with a lot of memories of the Dream Team. Matter of fact, my Valentine and Beefcake LJN figures, I'm pretty sure came in a tag team set.
Your former tag team partner, Greg the Hammer Valentine, along with his new manager, Jimmy Hart. They both had harsh words for you. Got a little snippy with them? Snippy? They were more than snippy. They were downright insulting. They said you were a poor wrestler.
Ooh.
The ring, Mean Gene. If you were sharp, you'd know that. I know that, Brutus, but are you ready to face the Hammer?
This shears.
Don't get in the lather, Mean Gene.
His hair is unreal.
I've got the edge. All right, Vince, Brutus the barber, getting to the point. His words were sharp. Oh, no, I've got to watch myself. These puns are starting to catch up with me. Let's get back to you.
Okay.
Well, in a moment, we're going to find out whether or not Beefcake
I mean, I was 10. I'm not even sure if I knew what a pun was at that point. So I'm curious, like, if when Mean Gene was talking, if I understood what the fuck he was talking about. Like, what's a pun? Did you know what a pun was when you were 10? Actually, y'all probably did. I was an idiot. There's a lot of stuff going on at ringside there. We got a table at ringside that Harley's going to go through later. Timekeeper's table over there. Diagonal for some reason. Beefcake threatening the referee with a deadly weapon. It's just a regular, fun family entertainment. Yeah, I did see that Mania 3, kind of footage, behind-the-scenes stuff that they released on the Vault. That's good stuff. My favorite was the dude on the phone, high as fuck. I think I knew him. I think he was my neighbor. Brutus. Vince goes, look at that outfit on Brutus Beefcake. And Jesse goes, does that excite you, McMahon? I mean, this was a blood feud, the previous year when they broke up. Beefcake and Valentine worked a lot in 87. Their feud's kind of over now, but Valentine is managed by Jimmy Hart, who also manages Honky, who is going to be Beefer's opponent at Mania. So this is kind of a cool match to do. I don't know why. I've always loved a good high knee, even though they don't look great. I mean, Beefcake used to use the high knee as a finish. The facial area. I feel like Beefcake's fishnets got ripped there. I mean, his gear is barely hanging on by a thin little strip. I love that. This is the match. I've talked about this match before. If he does it again, watch. Valentine's going to go like this. You know in gym class when they would make you do your arms? I'm pretty sure he has another weird atomic drop cell. I'm pretty sure this is the match that it happens on. I've talked about this before, somewhere in the last 15 years. I've said there's a match out there where Valentine sells a couple of atomic drops hysterically. And that first one, he kind of goes like this. And I'm pretty sure he'll do something else weird. I mean, I literally haven't seen this show in 35 years, and I'm remembering it somehow. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Tonight is the final night of King Harley Race. He would come back and not be the king again. They'd give it to Haku while he was gone. And then he'd lose a match to Haku at the Rumble and back to WCW. We're down to about a year left of Harley Race in WWE, and most of that time is going to be spent injured. I hope this is the match that Valentine does the thing. Just wait. It's worth it. It's worth the wait. Trust me. He's got it right on the ropes. He's using the ropes for leverage. This is illegal. And that's not a pre-cut Slim Jim fucking table. That table is metal. That more resembles a New Japan table than an American table. And Harley is going to bend it with his belly. Oh, there we go. There's Honky with that IC. I forgot Honky comes out for this. What's he got? I remember the night of WrestleMania 4 being completely convinced that Beefcake was going to win the Intercontinental title from Honky Tonk Man. Honky had been the champion for so fucking long at this point, almost a year. I mean, he beat Steamboat for it just a couple months after Steamboat won it. Like, he's had a healthy run. Check out these security guards. Glad we don't have to watch commercials. Actually, I kind of wish they were here just so we could watch the 1988 commercials. Yes, I saw that too, Juliet. I saw Tekla and Jamie Hayter becoming official. That's good. I might have the match wrong. I don't know what match it is that Valentine does the funny sell. I'm hoping it's this one.
Isn't that brilliant, though? Valentine knows not to go for the figure four until you soften the man up. Valentine with Beefcake. And Greg the Hammer now. Out the leg back. Valentine setting up Beefcake again. Trying to tear the hamstring right out. You know, McMahon, I'd like to do that to you once so that you can feel what that's like on your hamstring. You just like to see what I look like in Beefcake's tights.
Vince, I don't want to know what you look like in Beefcake's tights. It's the last thing I want to know about. Yeah, he's got his trunks down. Nice. Jesus. I feel like they're Oh, he's going for the sleeper. Oh, and they're on the outside. I do think this is probably a DQ. They probably would not have Beefcake beat Valentine straight up, even though he was going to get a title shot. Damn. There you go. Use both your fists. Fucking Jimmy. Oh, maybe we are going to get... Oh, yeah, it's going to be one of these. Yeah. Man, I wish I knew what match I'm thinking of where Valentine does that weird atomic drop cell. The slow-mo. It's more doctored footage. It's more AI. They put that. They threw that together on Chat GPT or whatever in 1988. Oh, there we go. Oh, Jesus. He's got deadly weapons. I like how shiny they are. I remember I used to go like to my grandmother's house to visit, and in their garage she would have lots of gardening shit, and she had a pair of them things, and I would always walk around pretending to be Beefcake. I think I was the only kid pretending to be Beefcake. I needed the pants, though, to pull off the whole package. All right. It's Hulk Hogan versus King Harley Race up next.
A lot of the responsibility for the fact that Hulk Hogan no longer holds the World Wrestling Federation heavyweight crown.
Oh, and well, I'd be glad to shoulder that responsibility. Yes, I was the force behind that. But wasn't that a beautiful sight? Watching Andre the Giant, humble Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, Andre really wasn't with Bobby at this time.
Punk humanoids. Hulkamaniac sat there with your nose sniffling and the tears pouring out of your eyes. Well, tonight, get real close to that ring. Get real close to your TV, because what you're going to see tonight is Hulk Hogan on his hands and knees, showing proper respect to the one and the only true king of the World Wrestling Federation, the King Harley Race. And if you all want to bow to, feel free. It's going to become a brand new thing to do.
Feel free to bow to the king? Okay.
This is how you show respect.
Please, Your Majesty, give me a break.
Let me tell you something, Hogan. It was proven that you're mortal. And all mortal men are going to bow to the king.
Harley Race cracks me up. He looks like the kid from Bad Santa.
Hulk Hogan not only bow and kneel, you're going to see him kiss the feet of the king.
And it's wild that we're doing Hogan and Harley on Saturday Night's Main Event. I mean, just what, maybe 3 years, maybe four, not even probably 3 years or less earlier, there's a story of Harley showing up and pulling a gun on Hogan. I think when WWE came through St. Louis, I think Harley went to the show and put a gun to him or something. I don't know what the fuck the story was. Something like that. A lot of those territory people were very unhappy with Vince and Hogan and their expansion and their takeover. I'm sure there were conversations of a hit job here and there.
Let's take you back to the Hulkster now with Mean Gene. Hulk Hogan just moments ago, Bobby Heenan stated that Hulkamania had been humbled by Andre the Giant. Now tonight, the king of the Heenan family, Harley Race.
First off, Mean Gene, Hulkamania will never die, brother. The big wheels of Hulkamania, they're churning away. In Harley Race, you're the only thing in my way before I get to WrestleMania and before I get
I feel like this promo, this interview, and the one he did before the Andre match were taped at the previous set of tapings in January. I could be wrong about that. But these two interviews are both very suspicious. Because when Hogan comes out for his match with Andre, he looks different. When he comes out for his match with Harley here, he also looks different. See how he tore the shirt there? Now watch. And here comes Hogan. Now look, now he doesn't have the bandana on, anymore, but he's got the ripped shirt, so they kept that continuity there. But I feel like, and then the Andre interview was the same thing. Hogan did the backstage interview right there in front of that silver curtain with Gene in February before the match with Andre, and he's wearing the Hogan 86 belt. He's got a bandana on, and he's all sweaty. Then when he comes out for the match, his hair is down like that, and he's got the winged eagle on. So that's twice now, 2 Saturday Night's main events in a row where Hogan has come out looking different than he did in the pre-match interview. So my speculation is at the Saturday Night's main event at the beginning of the year with Hogan and Bundy, headlined by Hogan and Bundy, the night that Andre came in and choked Hogan, that was the night that they did all of those interviews. That's what I believe. I could be wrong, but that's how I deduced it in my head. Because otherwise, none of that shit makes sense. All right, Hogan. And it was weird seeing Hogan come out without the belt. I mean, I was 10 years old, but the last time Hogan wasn't champion, I was 4 years old. You know? Like, it was crazy. Or no, I was 6 years old. So nearly half my life has been Hogan as champion, as Hogan is pummeling Race. Jesus. I do like and love and respect Harley Race, always have, but he was never one of my favorites. I liked how he could bump. He could bump, he could sell. Great psychology, but, you know, just in terms of, oh, there's a first table bump. Just in terms of, like, being any sort of an athlete. Harley looked like a champion beer drinker more than he did any sort of athlete whatsoever. But he was tough. People respected him. He didn't mess with Harley, despite that hair of his. And Hogan is, yeah, and that's another thing that Race is finding himself as the first opponent after Hogan got robbed of his championship. This is the same thing that happened to Brett when he lost the title to Backlund. He kind of was a changed man, and here's Hogan ramming Harley into posts, trying to get his hands on Bobby Heenan, who he knows was involved in the heist of the century in '88. Pile driver. Now an atomic drop. Trey, the Winged Eagle title made its debut just a few weeks earlier on that main event. The night that Hogan lost the title to Andre, that's the night it debuted. And it's really interesting because on the night the Winged Eagle title debuted, 3 men held it. Hogan, DiBiase, and Andre. So 3 people held that title on the first night of its existence. And it lasted almost exactly 10 years. February 5th, 1988 was when it debuted, and it left the day after WrestleMania 14 in 1998, when Vince gave Austin the new belt. And that was the end of the Winged Eagle title. I'm a Winged Eagle historian, so if you have any more questions about the belt, let me know. Yeah, now he's using his wrist tape to choke out Harley. He is pissed off. Yeah, I see it as well. God, Hogan, he's still got that tape. Jesus Christ. Jesse is still butthurt about Joey Morella. Jesse is still adamant that Andre beat Hogan at WrestleMania 3, and the only reason he didn't is because Joey Morella didn't count the 3.
consequences. The King measuring home. A knee right to the head of the Hulkster. You know, this is where adrenaline gets you in trouble, McMahon. You know, Hogan obviously has lost it. He's chasing anyone and everyone. Suplex, nicely done by the King. And Harley race now, trying to measure. Hulk Hogan, here he comes again.
I love that Harley too. He has like he's got like grandpa tattoos. He's got tattoos like if you're 65 and a mechanic, you got those tattoos. Anybody got a southern relative that happens to be in their 60s that has a garage detached from the house where he works on cars? He's got those tattoos. All right, here, he's setting up the table. Now, people weren't going through tables in 1988. I mean, I think the first wrestler to actually go through one would have been Brett at Survivor Series 95, but here Harley is setting him up. Oh. And just how it, like, bent. It's just like metal. Now, he got injured on that somehow. So he had to have surgery. It was something in his abdomen, I think, but I don't know exactly what the injury was. But I think it was something in his abdomen. He injured something internally when he landed like that. Harley's gut cracks me up. Look at him going to the top. Look at him. He could do this headbutt pretty good. You know what this means, Harley. That guy you put a gun to is impervious. Yeah, Hulk's going. He's not doing his typical shit here. Look at there. He's dropping the leg before King is even back down. One. And that's it. He beats King Harley Race. Zane, thanks for the 5. Yeah, the race injury, we just saw it. It was right there. The table bump is where it happened. And like I said, I don't exactly know what he injured on himself. All I know is it required surgery, and he was out for most of 88. He came back. He was out for like 6 months. He was back by the time we got to Survivor Series. And he was just regular-ass Harley Race there. Haku was now the king. I like how they label the slow-mo. They took the time to put it on there. I was like, oh. I mean, I remember watching both of these episodes we're going to watch. I watched them both as they happened on the night that they aired. And I recorded them, had them my own VHS copies, and I would rewatch them over and over when I was like 10, 11, 12. I think that's why I remember some of those quotes from the beginning set of promos and stuff. And he's got the taped fist. Oh, yeah. This one's good, too. This is a preview of the WrestleMania 4 main event.
Well, that posing isn't quite the same without the belt now, is it?
Well, you don't have the belt either.
Politics, you pygmy. Sleazy politics, and I'll take care of that at WrestleMania 4.
One thing I know for certain tonight, in the ring, Macho Man Randy Savage, in his corner, as always, the lovely Elizabeth. Now, earlier on, Ted DiBiase,
Oh, yeah, the Flair and Terry Funk. You talking about that weak-ass pile driver? That was really bad.
Never mind about that, little man. I want to talk about Macho and the Macho Man. Let me tell you something, Randy Savage. You're looking at the man that has destroyed
He did.
WrestleMania.
You're right,
Hulksters out there
Garrett.
have no faith in Hulk.
Harley was in the WrestleMania 4 Battle Royal. That's right. So he must have.
You think you're so macho because you got a beautiful
He did. He was because he kind of got into it with Junkyard Dog. JYD eliminated him. They wrestled the previous WrestleMania. That's right. Harley was there. I forgot. Thank you for reminding me about that. So it was right after that that he had to leave and go get surgery then.
Nothing more macho than a man with money. I would agree with that, yeah. Really. Yep, money can buy anything as far as I'm concerned, McMahon. Well, maybe then you should be in the corner.
Sorry, I talked over that entire DiBiase interview. But DiBiase is teasing that he's got something that's worth its weight in gold, but they were making it pretty obvious here. He had bought and purchased temporarily the contract of Andre the Giant. And this here was after Savage's match with Honky, when I thought for sure he was going to win the Intercontinental title on television. He did not. And then it started becoming clear, like, oh, he is in this tournament. And Macho Man, this is going to be like his first real interview where he's not treating Elizabeth like a piece of shit.
DiBiase has stated he will have something in his corner that is worth its weight in gold.
Yeah, worth its weight in gold. Macho talks and money walks.
God, I love Macho Man. Headband and glasses Macho Man. That was the best Macho Man. Fuck that cowboy hat.
The Macho Man, Randy Savage, and Macho Man is here. But the check's gonna bounce, and I'm gonna bounce you all over the World Wrestling Federation, yeah. And talking about worth its weight in gold.
Worth its weight in gold.
You would have gotten my corner worth more than its weight in
It's
gold.
more than his weight in gold.
Bravest little manager in the world today. My platinum now. Elizabeth right there.
Look how hot Elizabeth is.
Like that $1 million man. Ready to go down that aisle? Get ready, yeah. Let's go cash in now, yeah.
Oh, his platinum doll.
This platinum doll. He used to be, Elizabeth, down that aisle. He'd just scream at her. And I always hated that. Satin Milk predictions 2 weeks from today. So I don't know yet who I'm picking. You'll find out 2 weeks from today, though. Link is already up for WrestleMania 42 predictions. Thursday the 16th. And we're going to break it down. So, and going back to the race injury, too, it is possible that might have just been the storyline reason they used for him just needing surgery on something else. Because if he came back to work, Mania 4, and there is Andre. Now, how did Vince McMahon and Mean Gene Okerlund not get what DiBiase could be talking about here? He's going to have something in his corner that's worth its weight in gold? What? Gee, jolly whiz. What could he be talking about? Oh, I don't know. The guy who he's associated with now? Whose contract he purchased? Whose corner he was in at the previous show when he won the title? Probably Andre. Why are we shocked? All right, this is WrestleMania 4 preview here. Savage even wearing the exact same gear that... Oh, he just slapped Virgil. And when Savage wins the title, his very first match on TV was against Virgil. I think it was a non-title match, and Virgil gave him a run. Back in these days, Virgil was still intimidating. You were scared of him. He wasn't turning into the bitch that he would be when he started turning face and DiBiase would abuse him and then they split him up, and then Virgil was like just an undercard guy. He lost more often than he won. But in these days, you were still scared of Virgil. You did not want to fuck with Virgil.
Randy Savage, that's something else again. But right now, it's the Macho Man. And Ted DiBiase is 500 pounds of Andre the Giant looked on and worked his weight in gold. What kind of psychological advantage does Andre give Ted DiBiase? Well, I'll tell you what, a lot more than
I love that we have Dave Hebner, by the way, in the ring. He was reffing there before Earl got there, and then when Earl would get there, Earl would do the ref duties, and Dave would basically move to like an agent or producer role backstage. You'd see him running out there with the officials a lot, but he wasn't reffing too much after '88, I don't think.
we're talking wrestling here, not dates. Remember that. DiBiase from the second rope down across Randy Savage. If you want a date, pick a date for me. Randy Savage is in trouble. He's in trouble because I'll tell you why. You got Ted DiBiase, very accomplished. He might be rich, but he's also good in that ring. Indeed, one of the best tacticians in the history of the World Wrestling Federation is Ted DiBiase. And they
It's crazy how this is just mirroring WrestleMania 4 main event, because Andre is out at ringside for that too.
one real Dave Hebner. He's been fingerprinted now, Jesse. And looking on with a little concern on her
He's been fingerprinted now. That's right. Dave Hebner is the official for this. I love Savage. Aerial tactics. He nailed him. Look at DiBiase bumping. There we go. One of my favorite Savage moves and one of my favorite sells on that. DiBiase sells the top rope slingshot clothesline better than anyone. Oh, God, Jesse. All of a sudden, Jesse has a problem. First of all, Savage is not doing that. He's not hiding behind Elizabeth. But when Savage was a heel, he would hide behind Elizabeth, and Jesse was fine with that. Now that Savage is a babyface and he's not hiding behind Elizabeth, Jesse is claiming that he is hiding behind Elizabeth. The logic of a heel commentator is something to behold. Just a reminder, check out Patreon tomorrow, free for everyone. There will be a full reaction of both of these shows in their entirety. We're just recording it now. I'll have it uploaded with the footage over on Patreon tomorrow for those who want to watch. And for those who are watching on Patreon right now, I'm sure you're just loving me talking to the chat because you can't see the chat. Nice. Now, I'm wondering if they booked this match on TV just to, I don't know, to test the chemistry. Like if WWE's thinking like, okay, Hogan and Andre, they're not winning the title. And so they're testing out finals, and they've got DiBiase and Savage penciled in for the finals. And so they're putting them in the ring here to make sure they actually work okay. I mean, they always work great together in the ring. I don't think there would be too many doubts. But they probably wanted to get a look at it. And as long as they're satisfied with the match, they're going to go with it. at Mania. That's my belief anyway. What a maneuver. Andre coming in there. God, look how sweaty he is. Oh. This is fucking bullshit, man. It's like 3-on-1. Look at Andre. I get him out of here. I know I'm very sweaty, but you have to go. It's a good thing you're not Bad News Brown. You might whip the shit out of me. But get out of here. Man. Fucking Virgil. Look at Andre. What? Mm-hmm. Garrett, Randy Savage is your number one of all time. For me, he's number 2. I'm not even 100% sure if I have a number 3. I mean, I know Brett's 1, Savage is 2. But 3 can be interchangeable. 3 could be Austin. 3 could be Sean. RVD. Look at him. Owen. I might go Angle, number 3, all time for me. You're so infatuated. I love it. Jesse hates Vince's infatuation. I made the mistake today of reading a little bit of the new Janelle Grant news. It's just lovely. Really makes you respect the fans that chant, "We want Vince" at shows. Just the loveliest people. Ugh. And it's funny how, like, this match here with Savage, I mean, prior to this, he's mostly feuding with Honky. And so now, the Saturday night's main event prior to WrestleMania, they're letting you know, hey, he's working with the main eventers now. He's got Andre at ringside. You know, Hogan's on his side. He's in there with DiBiase. All these players are going to play a big role in the WrestleMania 4 tournament. Ooh, and we get a Dave Hebner bump. Savage loved the arm and the kick to the chest. It was a setup for a lot of what he did. What a maneuver. God, Vince. What a maneuver. God, them ropes are shaky, aren't they? Oh. Oh, fuck. Andre with them headbutts. Oh, you motherfucking Andre. Oh, my God. Andre is just manhandling. Oh, there she goes. We all know what happens. And here Jesse Ventura, who's an intelligent man, is acting like the dumbest motherfucker to ever live. She's running away. No, Jesse, we've seen her run away before. And what has happened when she has come back? Do you not have a memory? Do you not... Are you that fucking dense? Don't look over there. Don't even bother looking over there, Hebner. Oh, now he's showing him. Look, look. Andre. He's still. I'm just standing there. That's a fast-ass count, bro. That's it. Macho Man loses. I wish Elizabeth would have walked over there and beat the shit out of Andre the Giant. That's what she should have done. That's what I would have done. Oh, now you just slap him around? I love that Elizabeth had to go get Hogan. Like he wouldn't know this is happening. Oh, my God. He's running with the chair. I love it. God, Jesse, you're such an asshole. No way, Ventura. Savage doesn't know what's going on. This is a little preview for WrestleMania. This would be an image we'd see for the next year. This is before Savage starts distrusting Hogan. That wouldn't start until around SummerSlam. And Savage would start...
Come on, Jesse. Surely she's proven herself once again as
The bravest little manager. All right, Killer Bees and Islanders, guys. They got to try to squeeze these two matches in the next 14 minutes. All right, here come the Killer Bees. Here we go. Killer Bees and Islanders. Fucking 80s tag team wrestling in WWE was on point, man. These are two of my favorite teams. Oh, my God. That's right. They had just... Now, the Islanders had just kidnapped Matilda. Bobby's got a beekeeper mask on. He'd come out there at WrestleMania 4 in the attack dog suit.
But I'm not sure if the bees will be able to dance.
Oh, they'll be dancing, Jesse. They'll be dancing real good. Because when we're done with them, there's going to be nothing left but beeswax. And then Orton can shine his bald little head with it. Gentlemen, we got family business to attend to. Let's go.
I like how Jesse headed back there to do this interview.
Grooming tip for you, Mean Gene. And back to you, McMahon.
Oh, my goodness. How that guy makes it in Hollywood, I'll never know. The Killer Bees.
Killer Bees and the Islanders. I always liked the Islanders a lot. I liked the Islanders when they were baby faces. I remember as a kid liking them a lot. I think I liked them less when they got with Bobby, even though I think the team came up.
What a run to get back here, McMahon. Now, what did you say that I got to straighten out now?
How come you're so much out of breath, Jesse?
It's a long run from back here. You know, I'm a journalist that goes where the stories are.
Oh, really? I thought you were supposed to be an athlete also.
I don't think Jesse ran back to the commentary booth. I think that was all pre-tapes, and Jesse was just staying quiet. And now he's like, oh, I just got back, McMahon. Oh, yeah.
And jumping Jim Brunzell, dropping his leg. Covering, quick cover right away in a tag match. Two is all he can get. All right, you're such a journalist. You have such insight, Jesse.
You're such a journalist.
Team matchup here. What are we likely to see here?
You're going to see a classic tag team match. You're going to see the Killer Bees relying a lot on... Stop interrupting me. You ask me a question, then you interrupt me. You're going to see the Bees relying on speed. You're going to see...
I always liked Jim Brunzell. Motherfucker could throw a drop kick like no other. So could Tama and Haku.
You think Bobby Heenan will be a deciding factor in the matchup?
Well, you can see he was prepared for Bees. You see that net he had over his face?
Does he look ridiculous?
This has got to be. I don't know if Mike is in here. Mike Witt, who never shuts the fuck up about AEWA. I don't think we've ever watched a Killer Bees match on the channel before. I think this is our first Killer Bees match we've ever watched together. It's a big deal. Well, anyway, Jim Brunzell was one half the High Flyers. Big tag team in the AWA with Vern Gagne's son, Greg. And Mike Witt is a big fan. He's not here to enjoy all the glory of Jim Brunzell, who's not jumping tonight. I'm not jumping right now.
Hey, look at this right now. Brunzell on the canvas after the suplex of Tama.
I just can't believe, McMahon, you can lie on
Me?
Me?
Let's get back to wrestling, McMahon. We got the Power Man stepping in now.
Haku. There's his drop kick. Boom. Not as good as Brunzell, but Haku, who's what, 270 here? Throwing that's pretty impressive.
Haku wanting a little faster count. He may get it next time. More than one time, these audience have intimidated an official. And down, Tama back in, going to work on jumping Jim Brunzell.
They've also intimidated a few animals in their day, too.
Indeed they have. Reverse atomic drop. Knee to the spine area. Unfortunately, however, the tag was made because of the proximity of Tama.
Which is smart on the Islanders' part. They're cutting off the ring. They're keeping the Bees in their corner.
Missing with a clothesline right back.
Nice.
And they're both down. I would have
I love, this is my favorite. We've talked about this referee before, too. The TV show from the 80s, early 80s. You can't do that on television. He's the cook. He's Barf, the cook. Isn't he? Is it Barf? Is that his name? The cook? That's him. If you don't know who that is, Google Barf the cook from You Can't Do That on Television and tell me that ain't the referee right there. Brian Blair, who I don't particularly love. Whenever I click on some like asshole MAGA fucking asshole politician or personality, always followed by B. Brian Blair and Randy Orton and John Cena. Oh, and Jake Hager. Oh, is that going to be the finish? Just a clothesline? I guess so. Oh, and he got him.
They got him that time. I'll tell you what, them Bees are dumber than they look sometimes. What? The Islander. Very simple. Jim Brunzell stepped in the ring when Brian Blair had a hidden combination on, caused the referee.
Yeah, Jack Kruger. That's his name. Yes. Thanks for bringing that up, Michael. Matilda is Jesse's dog. I remember I didn't learn that until 30 years after. I remember at WrestleMania 3, I'm like, why is Jesse leaving the announce booth to go down and be on bulldog duty? Why is he the one going down there to get the dog out of there? Because it's his dog. I'm like, oh, yeah, that checks out. Yeah.
And you ought to know about that. Wasn't that loser son of yours on that loser hockey team?
Now, just a minute here, Slick. You're not going to get away with talking to me like that.
Well, listen, man. man, if they wasn't a bunch of losers, then why did they have to call in George Steinbrenner to the rescue, dude?
From the Yankees, well, George is going to be able to add to the program, I think.
What do you mean? Yeah, he'll help all right. He'll help from the second place, just like your second place New York Yankees.
I have no idea what they're talking about there. George Steinbrenner getting involved in a hockey team that Okerlund's son plays on? Did I hear that right? I was talking.
And forget about the U.S. Olympic team.
Okay, the Olympic team. Oh, okay.
Where you got a gang, the one-man.
The one-man gang, baby. Oh, yeah, 88. They had Olympics in 88, I guess.
Sky may not be a bad idea for a backstop. Vince, let's get back to you.
I think George has better taste than that.
I love the one-man gang.
I like the slickster, but now he's stepping on my toes a little bit. George Steinbrenner is a good friend of mine. I call him Daddy. I call him Daddy Big Bucks.
Daddy Big Bucks, George Steinbrenner. George Steinbrenner loves his calzones, man. Holy crap. Loves them.
For a minute, you're going to see the body and pinstripes. Sure, Jess. The one-man gang, along with the slickster, as they prepare for their matchup with former Olympian Ken Patera.
Fucking Ken Patera and one-man gang. All right, guys, we're watching that one next. It's only going to be a 5-minute match or less. All right, no entrance, jobber entrance for Patera. This is the way they would do the Saturday night's main events back then because they wouldn't air until 11:30 after the news, same time that SNL would normally come on. But they wanted to get the big matches. They would get the big matches over first because at this point, the final match, it is now 1 o'clock in the morning if you were watching this live on the East Coast. And Patera had that weird bionic arm cast thing. Patera would be on his way out. He would not be around for too much longer. One-man gang who was just at the TNA show, right? Last week. I was Facebook friends with one-man gang. Still am, I think, if I ever get back into the Facebook world. I doubt I will. Oh! I don't want anything to do with the Facebook wrestling community. I see enough like screenshots over on Twitter to make me say, yeah, I don't think so. I don't want anything. I still have the page. The Good Mike Work page is still there. I just hate Facebook, and I'm sorry. I suck at social media, but I don't like that app at all. I don't really like Twitter either, but I have more of a following there, so I'm kind of stuck to it. But Facebook can suck a butt.
Why use muscle when you can use technique? Ken Patera having some problems now. The game back. No. How about that? Full ultimate pride. Ken Patera with incredible strength. Well, this is about the first time I think the one-man gang has faced a man.
I think Patera might have also been in the Mania 4 Battle Royal. One-man gang would be in the tournament. He would beat Bam Bam and then wind up, I think, losing to Savage. But Patera, I think, was just in the Battle Royal, and then I don't think he hangs around too much longer.
You know, Patera's making a big mistake in this match as I see it, McMahon. He's matching up strength with the gang, but in my
Now, I remember Patera when I was a kid, when he had blonde hair, and he was a heel. And I was scared of him. I was scared of him and David Schultz. For some reason, they just denied it. If I saw a picture of them in a magazine, I immediately went to the next page. Like there was something about them, their faces or something, that scared little Greg. Now I look back, I'm like, I don't know why I was so scared of those guys. David Schultz was actually kind of funny. And Patera had the charisma of a fucking russet potato. I'll never forget when he did the thing to Bobby Heenan and he choked him with the big strap. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. One-man gang. The previous year in 87, he had a match against a jobber on TV, and there's Jimmy Corderas in the ring. He's one of the referees that one-man gang beat the shit out of. For some reason, he just started laying out referees and hitting all the referees with his finisher for some reason. And Corderas was one of the guys he took out. I'm surprised he doesn't have PTSD. He definitely gave Corderas brain damage because Corderas is an absolute fucking tool bag on social media. He blocked me. Oh. Oh. Yeah, Patera, even at that time, I think was still strong enough to slam one-man gang, but slick. Oh, you're going to escape and come right back? All right, well, 2 minutes left for a quickie promo from the Hulkster. Is he going to go, shah, shah? Is he going to do that? I hope he does. It's my favorite thing he does. All right, the Hulkster. All right, then after this, we're going to watch that next one. Look at him laughing. But check out his abs. Look at Hogan's abs. I've never really seen him with abs. He's definitely going to do this. Shah, shah. You watch.
No, that's not maniacal behavior, Mean Gene. That's behavior of a Hulkamaniac, a stark raven maniac, man.
A stark raven maniac.
The Weasel, the multi-million-dollar man.
The multi-million-dollar man. I love the multi-million-dollar man.
You also threw the rule book out. That's why the king, Harley raised
Yeah, because if you're just $1 million man, if you spend $1, you're not $1 million man anymore. So Hogan makes more sense. Come on, do it. Ah, damn. Maybe the next one. Maybe he'll do it on the next one. We didn't get the shot. Fuck.
Your thoughts on the Hulk Hogan Harley race matchup? Well, let me just say this. I think Hogan's a maniac. I think the man has lost it. He's not right up here. Ever since he's lost his title, the man is in trouble. Mentally, he's lost it, McMahon. Totally.
He snapped.
That could very well work in his favor as he faces Andre the Giant in the second round of the championship tournament at WrestleMania. Maybe, but I doubt it. If you snap like Hogan has, I think it will work against you. I think the cool and the calm of Andre will prevail in Mania. We'll be right back and we continue with more.
We're going to be right back. How much time we got? All right, there's another 30 seconds here.
Down for WrestleMania continues. We'll say so long from Nashville, Tennessee.
So long. Dick Ebersol. All right, cool. All right, let me turn this down, and we will get to the next one. Let me just go grab a new beverage, and we will get to that next episode. Let me put the date up for you so you guys can go find it. It's the following season, and it is March 11th this time, 1989. Be right back. 2 seconds. All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. All right, let's get the new one going here. This is going to be right before WrestleMania 5. Let me kill this ticker here, or the timer, excuse me. All right. So now we just got to go find it. You guys probably already have. So yeah, this is we were currently on season 3 for that one. So now we're going to be season 4, episode 5, and it is March 11th, 1989. The runtime on this one is 1 hour and 6 minutes and 39 seconds. This one's got Hogan and Bad News Brown on it, among other things. And this is right after, so you know, the last one we just watched was right after the main event in February where Andre beat Hogan for the title, right? That record-breaking audience on NBC. This year was 1 month after the same event in February, only this time it was the show where the Mega Powers broke up. So Savage and Hogan had just split up. Savage did the attack in the backstage medical room when Elizabeth got taken out during the match with the Twin Towers, and that set up the now WrestleMania 5 main event that we would get between the two, and they would both be on this show. Hogan has a match. He has Elizabeth with him, and there's even a confrontation on the podium where Elizabeth is like between Hogan and Savage. So this is an interesting show. I have a few less memories of this one than I do the previous one, and like I said, when I pulled this up earlier, There's a little bit of an audio issue with this episode for some reason on Peacock. So if you're watching along with me, it's not bad, but it's definitely noticeable. So hopefully it won't bug you too much. But I noticed that today when I downloaded it. I'm like, what the fuck is up with the audio? So hopefully it's not too bad for you guys. And right on. So let's do this so you guys are not going to be staying up too late if you are on the East Coast. All right, right on. So here we go. Season 4, Episode 5, March 11th, 1989, Saturday night's main event. We're going to do 3, 2, 1, play, all right? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. All right, nailed it. Look at this, the decision of a lifetime. Check her out there. So they had just broken up. Wow, that's why I thought it would be fun to watch these two shows back to back and just see the dynamics, but how much has changed 1 year after what we just watched. So here, if you listen to the audio, hear it? It's fuzzy. You guys are hearing that on your end, right? So I didn't notice it until it was too late, so we're going to have to watch this, but I don't know why the audio is like that. The decision of a lifetime. So this is the decision. Elizabeth is going to make her decision. I mean, the song sounds okay, but there's definitely a little bit of a fuzzy feedback going on this particular episode. It's weird. I don't know why. Oh, my God. Rick Rude at the Slammies. By the way, over on the Patreon page, haven't posted on there in a couple of months, so it'll be good to get this video up over there. But during the holidays, I did a full reaction of the 1987 Slammy Awards. It's up there now if you want to check it out. That was fun to watch. The cool thing about Patreon is you can include the footage and stuff. So, God, Elizabeth taking that bump. I've always given her mad props for that bump. I knew something was going to happen that night because her dress was way too... She was just completely covered. You know, so I don't think she'd be wearing anything too sexy if she was going to be taking a bump, you know? So you knew something was happening. Look at Vince's tan. Jesse with the Yale shirt. Oh, it's $1 Million Man in blue blazer, and he's got the new $1 Million belt with him. So a lot has changed for the $1 Million Man. Yeah, you guys are in for a treat on this very, very late Thursday night. We're going to get to watch together as a group Red Rooster versus Brooklyn Brawler. All right, there's Rick Rude. Oh, that's right. This is Rude, and I think it's Beefer again. So I'm sorry to make you guys watch 2 Brutus the Barber Beefcake matches. That's kind of the sixth sense of humor I have. The unsubscribe button is right there. Yeah, Gene, you don't have a great haircut. Like, I could never see, like, I could not do the thing on the sides that Gene was doing. I got to go all the way with it, baby.
All right, that's all well and good, Bobby the Brain Heenan, but what about Brutus the Barber Beefcake? He has been looking very sharp in the ring. Pardon the pun. And what about
You hit him his puns again.
What about that? Ravishing Rick, what would happen if he even tried to apply that sleeper hold on the ravishing one?
A rude awakening.
Oh, don't kiss at me, Rude. All right, Rick Rude and Brutus Beefcake. That's kind of an interesting match.
He's considering what's good for Bobby Heenan. All right,
Yeah, we're definitely having some weird audio here.
it's Bobby the Brain and ravishing Rick Rude. And Bobby the Brain is loyalty certainly Jesse torn tonight between the 3 matches that he will.
Shut up, Vince.
Now, why would you say that his loyalty?
Okay, so I am not hearing, even though this audio is ass, I am not hearing a Rick Rude network edit here. I think that's his actual song, although you can't hear it because the audio feed is a pile of butt. So Beefcake has found himself in the same, or Rude finds himself in the same type of match that Beefcake was just in the previous one. Opened up Saturday night's main event before WrestleMania 4. Beefcake was getting the Intercontinental title shot last year, and now it's Rude facing Beefcake, and he's the one getting the IC title shot against Warrior this year.
I say, Bobby Heenan, it's like a hair dryer. You turn it on, he's all hot air. I'm the official barber of the World Wrestling Federation. No matter what the weasel says, I'm here to stay.
Now, Ravishing Rick Rude says you're making both him and his beautiful body look bad.
Man, he has no body.
Now, wait a minute. Rick Rude clearly has a sensational body.
Rick Rude has a sensational body. I love it.
How do you do that?
Simple. First you start cutting. When you get to the body, you stop. Like Ron Bass. When I finished with him, his hair was all body.
Yes, and not much else. But Brutus, what comes after the cutting?
The strutting. Cutting and strutting.
What comes after the cutting? The strutting.
This man certainly is intent on fulfilling his.
I love the close-up on Gene's face when he goes, "How do you do that?" That was awesome.
Now, will that position be permanent, or will Bobby Heenan and Rick Rude see that it's a washout? Back to you.
All right. Rick Rude and Brutus the Beefer. Zach, yeah. So and you got your end too, right? All your peacocks are doing the same thing, right? Because at first I thought it was my download because I was starting to get the video prep for Patreon. And I'm like, what's up with the audio? So then I went over to Peacock to listen to it. I'm like, oh, it sounds like that over here too, which means it must sound like that everywhere, which sucks. Look at, he's got Warrior on his tights already. I didn't get a good look at this arena. Are they back in Hershey again? No, I don't think that's Hershey. I need to get a wide shot. Hershey's got like the blue steps, and it's really steep. That kind of looks like it. I think that is Hershey. Where'd they say they were? No, that might not be Hershey. Oh, I know where they are, unless they're in, Jesse has a Yale shirt. Maybe they're in Hartford. Let me look up this one. Yeah, he's got Warrior on. Jesse's just now. Yeah, Hershey Park Arena. I'm right. I'm like, I recognize that building, man. So this is the same building where the Mega Powers formed back in late '87 during that Savage and Honky match. My favorite episode of Saturday Night's Main Event of all time, which I believe we have watched for the members. Rude is not very tanned. Beefcake's got him beat in the tan department. Sleeper. Now, in the last one, we got a honky run in. Are we going to get like a Warrior run in here? The spinal area. Vince, you got to knock it off with that. Here's Tito. That's him right now by my feet. I keep accidentally kicking him, and he just sleeps right through it. You know, Beefcake's another guy that, I mean, in WCW, I mean, he's been a heel a couple of times, but his run as this was all babyface. Didn't feel like he'd ever go heel. Like, it would have been interesting to see this character, this Brutus Beefcake, go heel. Like, if he wouldn't have gotten into the parasailing accident, and like, let's say in like 1991, you turned him heel, and he was an evil hairdresser. You know, we had an evil dentist. Why not an evil hair cutter or barber? Evil barber, sorry. But maybe he wouldn't be a barber anymore. He'd be Brutus the hairdresser Beefcake. And he'd be an evil hairdresser. No longer wanted to be called the barber. The barber is low class. You know, he's a hairdresser. Man, I can't believe people were walking around like Rude in 1989 with that hair, and women were loving it. My grandma had hair like that. Good for you, Michael Kumo. Facebook is just for old people. It's just for grandma and grandpas and people who get fooled by misinformation and AI and all that. That's all it is. And Andre's out there again, just like last year. I'm surprised Andre is out here for this. Oh, I know why, because Andre was kind of feuding with Warrior, so we are going to get a Warrior run in here, I bet. So this is what, March of 89. So that means I'm about to graduate 6th grade. It's my first year of middle school. Fucking Andre. Oh, it's Jake doing the run-in, not Warrior. Okay. Oh, yeah, because Jake's feuding with Andre. That's right. He does not like snakes. And Jake Roberts and Rude also major issues with each other. Come on, Warrior. You got to come out. You got to get that snake out. Maybe Warrior's not coming. He's taking a sweet time. Oh, here comes Beefcake. Beefcake and Andre, too, is a match I never saw. Or I don't recall seeing. Andre's like, here's eat a chop, a slap, headbutt. Come on, Jake, get the fucking snake. Oh, I'm thinking Warrior's coming, and first Jay comes, now Big John Studd. I forgot about Big John Studd, winner of the Royal Rumble. He's going to be the special guest referee for Roberts and Andre. That's cool. This was tough for me to grasp as a 6th grader because as a kid, I watched these two guys feud. And I was very, very pro Andre in that. And to see the roles reversed here and there, and Stud is here as a babyface is weird. Up, holy shit! Look at him go. Look at him bump over the top rope to get away. That's what he said. Snake! Look at him. He's like hyperventilating. I think somebody needs a peanut. Brutus wins via DQ. They had audio issues with that, too. You could barely hear Howard Finkel. Garrett, appreciate the 5, bro. Brutus, the stylist Beefcake, and Rick the Model Martel would have made a crazy tag team. Holy shit, yes, they would have. Oh, I can see them. They kind of match, too, you know? Both oily. Bad News Brown will be yesterday's news. Hogan and Bad News. All right. God, what a great team Brutus and Martel would have been. I love Bad News. Watch him.
Now, Randy Macho Man Savage has yet to defend Miss Elizabeth's honor, but Hulk Hogan claims that he will do what the Macho Man has failed to do. Your comments?
Hulk Hogan's got enough problems with that Randy Macho Man Savage than to be messing around with Bad News Brown. That woman is all the problem. She's the one. She's already helped to split up the mega powers, and now she's
Yeah, Savage and Bad News had a big feud in '88. He was like his first feud after he won the title. They had some great matches. They got like a street fight that's on the vault somewhere. It's great.
And I mean nobody, especially somebody with a woman in their corner, is going to get between me and that championship belt.
Well, Elizabeth will be in Hogan's corner tonight.
Thanks for
Well,
the news, Jack.
Bad News is the best.
Hulk Hogan, I got some bad news for you.
As the man who tells it like it is, I gotta thank Bad News Brown for exposing the seamy underside to Jack Tunney's corrupt administration. Back to you, Jack.
A seamy underside of Jack Tunney's corrupt administration.
Look at him.
How ridiculous can you get? It was this man who heard accusations.
I mean, he was the OG Stone Cold. Didn't get along with nobody. He walked out on like 2 Survivor Series teams. Was hilarious while also not taking any shit at the same time. He just had a way of being, he had a funny way about him. He didn't mean to be funny. He just was. Like Austin could be funny. Elizabeth, girl, what are you wearing? Getting married? Shut up, Mean Gene.
Repeat those filthy lies Bad News Brown said about this.
Yeah.
Can't you see she's heard enough? And the Macho Man
Elizabeth, she's so torn.
even deeper, brother. But what almost dug the grave 6 feet under was the way you, Macho Man, put Elizabeth between you and I, destroyed the Mega Power team. That's what hurt her the most.
All right, Hulk Hogan, is that the reason that you have challenged the Macho Man Randy Savage for the World Wrestling Federation Championship?
When did Vince ban the word belt? Probably around the same time he started wrapping Run around his neck to jerk off. Didn't want it being said around him because it might strike up uncontrolled urges and he might have to excuse himself and go find a broom closet. You know what I mean? That's my suspicion anyway.
Do something for Elizabeth that the Macho Man couldn't do. I'm going to stick up for her and defend her honor tonight on Saturday night's main event. But let me tell you something.
Is it the audio or does Hogan have a cold?
WrestleMania 5, you're hanging on to the last thing that's keeping you alive. The WWF Championship, brother. And at WrestleMania 5,
Like Elizabeth just looks so annoyed. Look at her. She's like, "Ah, this is fucking bullshit. I just hate my life. I hate my fucking life. I hate these guys." She's miserable. And this is so crazy because this is the building where the two of them got together. That first handshake happened right here in Hershey back in around October of 1987. And here it's only a year and a half later. They're back in the same building again. And Hogan and Savage are just weeks away from an epic Mania main event. The happy couple. Oh, Hogan's 89 haircut was so weird. It was shorter. It just looked weird. God, Jesse's even more ridiculous in this episode than he was in the last one. Fucking crazy. I mean, the audio is not that awful, but it's definitely noticeable. Oh, coming in. I mean, in a shoot, I think Bad News would dismantle Hogan. Bad News was old, too, man. He was, by the time he got to WWE, he was well into his 40s, I'm pretty sure. You can find matches of him from the 70s in WWE, maybe like 78, 79. He's got hair. But still looks the same. Hey, look, this is the closest thing we're ever going to get to Hogan versus Stone Cold. Bad News selling is hilarious. He's taking it to the streets, McMahon. Bad News Brown's kind of like a skinny Uncle Phil. Yeah, shut up. Oh, Bad News got slingshotted. Takes him down. What a nice maneuver. I mean, just once I would like to see someone actually get tripped on a drop down. I mean, that's the point of the move. I've never seen anybody fall. I want to see it work. I want to see Ric Flair going to the top rope and see it work. Actually, I don't. He's 176 years old. Oh, no. Can't do that to Bad News' head. Oh, over the top rope with an atomic drop. I swear, in the last hour and 23 minutes, we've seen 7 or 8 atomic drops. Do they do them anymore? Do we get them anymore? Are they a routinely executed move in 2026? I can't even think of somebody doing one. Fucking Ospreay hitting Kenny with a fucking atomic drop. Ugh. Oh! That looked really good. He looked like he really punched the post. Oh, he's got a chair. This is going to be a DQ. Oh, Hogan stops it. He hits Bad News with it. Doesn't really hurt him, though. Oh, well, oh yeah, Outrunners definitely do. Yeah. That makes sense. What's he looking for? There's nothing under that ring, man. It's not like a ring now. It's got 76 trash cans under there. He's looking for something specific. Wait right there. What, to go get a weapon? I mean, I guess this is what they did for commercial breaks back then. There would be these type of things a lot in matches. We just saw it with Honky coming out, with Andre coming out. They'll generally go to commercial in those spots. Maybe not here. What's that thing? Like a snow shovel. He just went and he told Hogan to wait right there. I'm going to go get my shovel. My snow shovel. Look at Hogan. He's like, I don't give a shit. I'll shove that snow shovel up your ass. The fact that he left the ringside area to go retrieve that is really comical. Yo, Juliet, thanks for hooking up Misty Crane 7370 with a channel membership. Very cool. Yeah, Julia, somebody commented that Bad News walked so Stone Cold could run. I remember having that first thought right around that Austin 316 promo, right when Austin started being like, fuck everybody. And Bad News Brown was one of the first people I thought of. That's how he was. Oh, Hogan, uh-oh. I thought he was going to Hulk up right there. He kind of had the Hogan kick out there. Yeah. Gave Bad News a wedgie, and luckily he's got some undergarments, some unmentionables on underneath his ring tights. I think most guys both wore two under there. I remember I watched the Hogan and Savage split with my family, and I recorded it that night. And after Hogan and Savage had split up and the show was over, my dad had us go back and rewind the tape because he wanted to see, he was convinced Hogan had shit his pants. And he's like, no, when he's walking away, you can see clumps in the back of his shorts. And I remember we had to like rewind it and check to see if Hogan shit his pants. But I remember saying, like, wouldn't it be brown? Like, he's got yellow tights on. It would be leaking through if he shit his pants. It's not like it's a waterproof thing he's wearing, you know? And I remember him being like, oh, yeah, maybe you're right. And that was only 10. Or 11. Oh, he's going to get the mic? Damn. Hogan grabbing his boot. Damn. It's ghetto blaster time, fool. Is he going to hit him with it, too? And he misses full somersault. I thought Hogan would just take it and kick out. Instead, he ducked. Jesse's right. He should have never told Hogan what he was going to do. That's what I always say about Shawn Michaels and tuning up the band. I'm like, stop telling your opponent, stop warning him for a full minute that you're going to hit him with your finisher. He's got time to write blueprints on how to fucking duck it. High knee to the face. Followed by, I like that Hogan's, it's not the same routine with Bad News. Bad News had more respect. So that was kind of a quick finishing sequence there. Not your typical Hogan Hulk up with the 3 boots, or the 3 punches, the big boot, and then the leg drop. He ducked the Insiguri, or the Ghetto Blaster, instead of just taking it, kicking out. So that was different. I liked it. And Jesse's like, he made a mistake. He told Hogan what he was going to do. That's what I always say. Don't do that. Especially not on the mic. Sha. Now, they're not done. A couple of segments from now, Hogan and Savage and Liz are going to have a segment on the podium. And they're all in different outfits. So I don't know if that's a pre-tape from another show that they're inserting here. We'll have to see when they're out there if the building is the same. If I can tell if it's Hershey or not. Because I feel like these the interviews and the matches sometimes on these main events are pieced together bit by bit. But so Elizabeth is in the corner of Hogan. She's got to make the big decision. Oh. It's got to be so weird for Elizabeth to be sitting up there with the back of her legs up against Hogan's sweaty, disgusting body. No. I'd be going in the back. I'm like, somebody give me a towel, please, so I can wipe my legs and ass off. I'm about to say, was Rooster and Brawler next? I hope not. We got the Busters and the Rockers, though. Blazer, Owen, and DiBiase. Yeah, now she's got to return to her dressing room and think about it. You know, I'm kind of looking ahead on the bottom little tiny picture, and that actually does look like it might be Hershey. So that actually might all be on the same taping. All right, so now it's time for the Blue Blazer versus Ted DiBiase. About the previous year, Ted's working with Savage. He thinks he's going to go to Mania to win the title. And now he's done with that feud, and now he's the $1 million. He had to buy his own belt because he couldn't win a real one. $1 million. He just spent all his money. He's a $1 million man. Spent all his money on a belt. Now he's the $0 man. I mean, what if rich people walked around with dollar signs on their sparkly tuxedos? I'm like, I don't think that's how rich people dress. So this is this is basically the unveiling of the $1 million belt. First time Ted's wearing it to the ring, apparently, is right now, according to Jesse and Vince. Ricky just got back home from school. Nice. It's 9 o'clock at night where I live. Oh, right on. Thanks, Juliet. Little Easter gift since there's no watch along on Easter. That's right. I probably will be home like right around the time that we normally go live, but I won't know that for sure, you know. Look at Owen.
This guy is so confident, he wears a $1 million belt with the gold and the jewels. What are your thoughts?
Well, Gene, that heavy belt is going to keep the $1 million man firmly on the ground. Me, I intend to go airborne from the top rope, from the ring post, from the rafters if I have to. Keep looking up, $1 million man. Keep looking up because you're going down.
All right, Vince, the Blue Blazer has announced his
It's kind of fucked up. He said he'd go up to the rafters if he has to. Well, you will in about 11 years. It's kind of eerie, huh? This music, man. Because I think that music was playing in that video package the night he died. It always just reminds me of it. Yeah, Owen, get your shit. Oh, my God, that's got to be rough to work like that. All right, referee got it off of him. Morella's on the case. Now, Owen, the Blazer, he's going to go into WrestleMania 5, and he's going to face Mr. Perfect, who also just kind of got there the previous year. He hadn't really come into his own yet either. He had just started wearing the singlet, you know, not too long before this, and starting to become that Mr. Perfect character. That singlet was a game changer. Because Hennig did not look as good in just the short trunks. God, 1988 Owen, that's crazy. I mean, I don't recall Owen and DiBiase having many matches ever. It's got to be one of the only ones. Unless there was some like high energy and Money Inc. matches, which there probably is. But in terms of any sort of one-on-one shit between the two of them, probably not, because DiBiase was retired by the time they started to move Owen into a serious role. DiBiase was done in 93, and Owen wouldn't even kind of go heel until months after that. So it's probably just in the form of a tag match or this one right here. Wow. Caught DiBiase napping. Wow. Tope suicida. Huh. Oh, that's a lot of power by DiBiase. And he got him with that. He got him with the, I guess it was like a high cross by Owen, and he just kind of caught him and power slammed him. That was it. Won the match. That's right. This is going to be the public decision here. There you see love, McMahon. Fucking love triangle. Burger King, we do it like you'd do it. That was their saying? We do it like you'd do it. I doubt that. No, this is okay. This is Hershey. This is all the same building. All right. I was skeptical when I was getting the images ready for the stream here, and I'm like, they're all in different shit. I feel this is an interview from another arena that they're putting in here, but no, this is Hershey. Because them Hogan interviews where he is all jacked and then he comes out looking different are sketchy. I like that dress. That's a very 80s dress, but it's way hotter than that white thing she was wearing. She looks awesome. She was like, if you put some face paint on her, she'd be Gem in the hologram. She'd be a hologram. Only way hotter. Elizabeth is the ultimate prom date. All right, straight up. Whose corner are you going to be in? Ricky, I'm sorry about your uncle, bro.
Shane, this is the hardest decision I've ever had to make in my life.
Brown-eyed girl.
Because I care for both men.
The fucking close-up on her face is so crazy.
This is the decision I never thought I'd have to make.
Her gloves. I love the gloves.
I hoped it would never come down to this.
I hoped it wouldn't.
Elizabeth, are you going to be in Hulk Hogan's corner for WrestleMania 5?
No, I'm not.
Oh, she's not going to be in Hogan's corner. They're booing her. Elizabeth's getting booed. Don't boo her, these fans. I'll go to Hershey, slap each and every one of you motherfuckers. Booing her. The nerve. These Pennsylvania piss ants. Oh, Macho's happy. Look how jacked he is. He's out there in his tie-dye. So she's going to be in a neutral corner, right?
everybody all over the world whose corner you're gonna be in. My corner.
Stop interrupting him, Macho Man.
In WrestleMania 5, are you going to be in the Macho Man, Randy Savage's corner?
Nope. Dude! You're out of line. Putting his fist on her chin. Oh, there we go. Oh, now she's in between them.
Let me tell you something, Macho Man. There's two reasons, brother, why I don't take your head off out here right now. The first reason is I've got more respect for my
I
manager.
can't believe this segment is happening in the very building where it all came together for the first time. It's crazy that I'm realizing that in 2026.
WrestleMania 5 to take your head off. And I'm also going to take back what's mine, the WWF Championship, because it's going to be mine again, Macho Man.
Thunder Hand LeBron, second largest loss of his career. Dang. Thanks, ESPN, for telling me that. A neutral corner. Is that Pat? That's Pat. Look at Pat arguing with Macho Man. That's great. Pat with the dark hair. Poor Elizabeth. That was rough on her, man. That was rough on Elizabeth. Oh, yeah. It's Rockers and Busters. Love it.
I suspect there's going to be some head knocking when the Rockers beat these two men. They are the Brainbusters, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, with manager
Arn and Tully, they're going to be heading into WrestleMania to face Strikeforce. And then later on in the summer, they're going to beat Demolition for the tags on Saturday night's main event. We can watch that one soon. We'll watch it this summer.
Team that can deliver the championships. And that's what we're going to do. And we're going to start with the Rockers. Because what this is
I mean,
personified.
you have to have Peacock, though.
In professional wrestling history.
Apparently, because they're not available anywhere else.
The thinking man's organization. We call it a division of labor. Bobby does the thinking, there's the speed, I'm the power. We got the connection, we've got it all combined in a way that it's unstoppable to anything ever seen. We are the finest team, and we're going over the Rockers.
We got some work to do, guys. Thank you. They are the Brainbusters along with their manager. Vince, let's get back to you.
Now, me and Gene, you're coming back to me, and you know, I don't think it was strike one against Bobby Heenan in the Rick Rude match. I think it's all part of Bobby's master plan.
Really? Well, Heenan's up to bat again here with the Brainbusters as they square off against tag team.
And they had been in for, I don't know, 7, 8 months at this point. Look at the young Rockers. All right, so this is their second go around. They'd already been there and been fired by this point. So now they're here again.
Blanchard and Arn Anderson.
Oh, I tell you what, Mean Gene, this is the one
Man, the women loved Marty.
on national TV for everybody to see. You know, in the past, Gene's gone fighting back to the dressing room. But tonight, the Rockers going to keep it all in the middle of the ring for everybody to see.
Sean.
Going to take care of him once and for all. Isn't that right, brother? That's right, baby. Now, there's one thing that can be said for the Brainbusters.
We're going to rock and roll, strut and stroll, slam and jam.
But then so is the Rockers. And you know, when you put two winners together, somebody's going to be a loser. And you showed the world that you'll do whatever you can to be a winner. But you got to remember one thing about the Rockers. We live by that old saying, when we're good, we're good. But when we're bad, we're better.
Yeah. And they're going to go to WrestleMania to face the Twin Towers and just get their fucking shit kicked in.
That's right, McMahon. I got to agree with you on that. I think the Brainbusters are the finest team in wrestling today.
I don't know if the Brainbusters are or not, but we're going to find out shortly. Shawn Michaels might look at it from behind.
Tully just looks like your neighbor you'd borrow a weed whacker from. Yo, bro, I need to whack my weeds.
Tully are on top of the outset.
He loved doing that slingshot move too, Tully. That's a 3 count. No, it isn't. Do-si-do. I love a good do-si-do in tag team 80s wrestling. Good shit. Down. We got AWA versus NWA in the WWF. That's really cool. It's actually kind of a cool match when you think about it. It's the Young Bucks versus the Revival. Or versus FTR. The Revival? What the fuck am I talking about? FTR. The Revival. When have I ever called? I forgot what their name was for the longest time in NXT, and I just called them by that randomly. The Bucks versus FTR. Head scissors, nice one. Shawn Michaels and Tully. I feel like Shawn could take a great spine buster from Arn. Nope. Man, WWE ran this arena so much, man. Must have been cheap. It kind of looked like a dump. I've never been to there, but it looks old. Looks like it's made out of wood. Oh, Bobby. This is where that In Your House in '95 with the Brett and Bulldog match on it. That's where this is. This is where the new Diesel and the new Razor Ramon debuted, also in this building. Yeah, Bobby Heenan, you're a little piece of shit. They're doing this because they got to go to commercial, right? There's Freddie Sparta. Yeah, get the hell out of here, Bobby. Yeah. Justifiably so. Bobby, get out of here. Seeing Bobby Heenan and Shawn Michaels get physical is pretty crazy. Oh, yeah, he's got to go prepare the brawler anyway. Yeah, Arn, I'm pretty sure looked like he was 30 years old in 4th grade. Oh. Look out. Oh, taking out Sean. I don't know if they're going to do a full-blown finish here because both teams have big matches at WrestleMania. I don't know if they want to just straight up beat either one here. If they're going to do some sort of a DQ. Thank you to everyone in other parts of the U.S. for staying up late. If you're on the East Coast, it's after midnight on this Thursday night. But like I said, even though I knew we wouldn't have a big audience, it's an off night. I wanted to make up for not being here on Sunday for Easter, so I thought this would be fun. Bust out a couple of SNMEs during WrestleMania season. Arn. Did he tag? Yeah, he tagged on the sunset. The Busters. Is he going to bridge up? God. No, what it must like to be young for Marty. A young Marty. Did he make the tag? So it looks like Sean here is going to get the hot tag. Are they trying to finish? Are they going to squeeze in another match here? I guess they are, yeah. Fucking Red Rooster and Brooklyn Brawler is still to come in the next 9 minutes. Oh. Tag is made. Sean with the hot tag. Double Nagi knocker. Down they go. Fun match. These teams always, they worked a bunch. Rockers and Busters. They always did good shit. Damn, nice. Nice save by Marty. Look at this. Oh, so fun. There we go. There's your finish. It's got to be a double count out. Yeah, you're not going to beat either one of these teams. Not going into Mania with the matches they have. Yeah, double count out. That's what I suspected. Double count out. You're counted out, and you're counted out. You're counted out, and you're also counted out. The four of you are all counted out. 2 men each team, which means when the 4 of you are counted out, that's a double count out. Do you want me to explain that again? Double droppy to Arn for fun, and one to Tully who bumps. I love it. 80s WWF tag team wrestling, not much was like it, man. It was my favorite division across all the territories. You had great teams. You had the Andersons, you had Road Warriors, Steiners, and Rock and Roll and Midnight, and fantastic teams all over the place. But WWF tag teams were fun. Rockers, Hearts, Bulldogs, Bees, Islanders, Demolition, Brainbusters when they came in. Oh, that's when the split happened. That's Bobby must have slapped him around. Oh, yeah, I watched this on primetime. I miss these days of primetime wrestling. This was fun. Because that was like a 2-hour show, I think. And there was so much wrestling on it. Oh. This fucking studio attack here between Lombardi. And so Lombardi had already been on TV a bunch. He just worked. He was enhancement talent. Just a jobber. And so Bobby gets a hold of him and brands him the Brooklyn Brawler. And they basically just get a free gimmick out of a guy that's already there as an enhancement guy and a backstage dude. He's like Pritchard. Just throw an outfit on him. Stick an outfit on him, throw him out there. Hey, you're an evangelical guy. Oh, now you're going to be what was his name? Not Bodacious Bart, but something like that. Rad Roy Rogers, Reno Riggins, something like that. I feel like he should be wearing kind of like a wife beater or something. Ew. The Brooklyn Brawler. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Look at him doing. He's going like that. The Red Rooster.
Why go out tonight and risk injury against the Brooklyn Brawler?
First, man, Gene, I'm not risking anything tonight against the Brawler because he's a nobody and I'm somebody. I'm the somebody that easily handled the Weasel Heenan in Tampa. I don't need Heenan to
I never thought Terry was a good promo at all.
Red Rooster. And second, Gene, when I beat the Brawler tonight, I will be beating Bobby Heenan. And anytime you beat the Heenan family, you're beating Bobby.
I thought guys that looked like him, most of them were better. And Terry Taylor was good. It's just like Flair was better. Hennig was better. Guys his size with the blonde hair, all of them were better than him, in my mind.
He blindsided me with a chair. Well, in the ring, I have no blindsides, and in the ring, there is no chair. I am confident. I am somebody.
I am somebody.
All right, Vince McMahon, I believe we've got a special
Horrible. Fucking horrible.
or should I say Rooster? We'll see.
I got just like 3 more months. I'm going to Hawaii. I'm excited, and them roosters are everywhere, man. Red roosters everywhere. Squawking at you. All right, Red Rooster and Brooklyn Brawler is our main event tonight, guys. 2 hours of wrestling that we watched together, and our main event is the Red Rooster versus the Brooklyn Brawler. I just want to acknowledge that. Is that a scar on Terry's stomach there? It's funny that this is not the WrestleMania match. The WrestleMania match we're getting is Red Rooster versus Bobby the Brain Heenan. So they're getting this one out of the way here at Saturday night's main event. Rest in peace, Jesse Jackson. Oh, small packy? All right, and Rooster gets the win. Oh, yeah, primetime would come on late, and it would usually be on Sundays or Mondays. They changed the night every so often, but I'm pretty sure a lot of nights it was Sundays, and then it was Mondays, so either way you had school. I was a little bit old enough to where I could pretty much watch it and not have to go to bed or anything, but it would keep you up kind of late, but I loved it. I loved the way they would cut to the screen. And a lot of times it would just be dark MSG matches with voiced commentary. And Gorilla and Bobby is the host. It was something about it, the studio setting of it that I loved. And then it got weird when Vince and Bobby hosted it. They had a studio audience. Then they did like the round table thing. And then after that, it switched to Monday Night Raw. But the studio setup with Bobby and Gorilla was my favorite. I could watch that all day and all night. Such memories. All right, finally, after the post-match here, Bobby runs away. And Terry Taylor, the Red Rooster, is going to have to wait until WrestleMania 5 to get his hands on Bobby Heenan. What a rooster he is. Oh, we're going to special interview with the Macho Man. We got time for that? I guess we do. Just 1 minute left. Macho Madness. So glad we don't have to watch the commercials. Look at Macho. Oh, he looks so good with the winged eagle. God damn it.
She would not be in the corner of Hulk Hogan for WrestleMania 5. She also made it official that she would not be in the Macho Man's corner either, Randy.
I don't need Elizabeth. I don't need anybody. I'm the champion. You understand that?
Oh my God, Macho is just losing his mind. God, Mach. Just chill, bro. You're the champ. It continues. We get more. Look, we're down to like the last. Okay, bye, Vince. You look puffy and you have a weird tan. Props to Elizabeth for taking that bump, man. Jesus, look at that. Shout out to Kerwin Selfies. Just saw his name on there among everybody else. God, he throws her down too. Fucking nuts. Did I? Let me see that again. Oh, he does. I don't even remember him throwing Elizabeth that hard. Holy crap. Anyway, all right. That is a wrap on this. Thank you so much for hanging out on this very weird Thursday watch along. Just decided to do this one for fun. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and post this full reaction over on Patreon. It should be up by tomorrow. It will include all the footage and it's free to everyone. So just go over there and subscribe. You can access that if you want to watch this or if you want to catch it on demand. And thanks again for being here. Just a reminder, no watch along this Sunday because it's Easter. I'm busy. I got to work and all sorts of other things. So no watch along that night. That's kind of why we're here. We will be here Saturday for a podcast, but things are going on Saturday, too. We got other wrestling shows going on, so we got to get organized there. The following Sunday is Dynasty, so no watch along that night either. We're going to be here to watch and review Dynasty. So right now I've got WrestleMania predictions and a WrestleMania 1 watch along link up on the latest content tab, and you'll have the podcast link for Saturday up here in the next day or so. And before you know it, it's going to be WrestleMania. So you guys take care. Thanks for hanging out with the little group that we had here tonight. It was fun. I'm glad we got to watch these two shows. And I appreciate it. Y'all have a good evening. And I'll be catching y'all on Saturday for the podcast. Peace.